What's good? Y'all know who it is. Y'all know what it is. It's your boy Matthew Shack live here in Los Angeles. Happy Halloween. Welcome to Matthew Shack Unfiltered. Let me see if I can clean this a little bit. Yeah. Sometimes, man, you got your fingerprints on the phone. You don't even know you do. I'm like, wait a minute. I'm supposed to be a whole lot crispier than that. First things first, salute to the Unfiltered Nation. Salute to the Unfiltered fam. Salute to the Mod Squad. Salute to all you notorious booing ass goons tonight. It's Friday night and it's Halloween, man. You better not be home alone. You better not be home alone, bro. It's Friday on Halloween and you at home alone, dog. Means something. Run the likes up for your boy. Keeps them likes at 50% of the audience. Last but certainly not least, tip your bartender, dog. Yo, man, come on, man. Happy Boo Day, bruh. Happy Boo Day, all right? And you need to make sure you have a boo on Boo Day, man. I mean, it's Friday. Ain't no excuse. Oh, man, it's during the week. Nope, it's Friday. Y'all probably got to check. Shouldn't be no issues. You don't use the Dodgers playing tonight as an excuse to be by yourself, bruh. It's Halloween, though. Okay? So I'm just here so I don't get fined. In regards to tonight, I will not be here. I am going to be trick-or-treating with my son. I have been requested to trick-or-treat and get into character, bro. So I'm going out with my son tonight. I mean, my son and my wife, we about to go out there and we about to hit him hard. Okay? So I won't be here for no World Series. Don't be expecting Shaq to be here because I'm not going to be here. The Dodgers have to win 2 in a row. And the Blue Jays have to win 1 out of 2. Somebody's going to win tonight. Somebody isn't. All right? But I'll come on. All right? Maybe after or maybe while I'm out. But anyway, man, it is about time that I am able to say some good news. All right? And the good news is that this guy right here, man, Brock Bowers, the guy that a lot of you guys have totally forgot about, man. All the people that have been talking have been mentioning everybody's name except Brock Bowers. And here's the thing about Brock Bowers, bro. When healthy, Brock Bowers is the best tight end in football. That's just all there is to it, bro. He's the best tight end in football, period. Okay? And he's coming back, bro. He's coming back. Make sure y'all go to MatthewShackUnfiltered.com and go get the Brock Bowers. I'm just here to put some respect with a K on the end on Brock Bowers' name because y'all forgot. You really forgot you had Brock Bowers, bro, on the injured list. 3 games. Brock Bowers is back, and he said, quote, ready to roll, unquote. I mean, I'm happy, bro. I said, man, let me put on my Brock Bowers because I actually have some Brock Bowers merch. See, the players on my team that I know that's doing shit, I have the merch to put on. I have it. Okay? So when Brock gets loose this weekend, I ain't got to be looking around to try to figure out how come I ain't got no Brock stuff. You take your ass right over to MatthewShackUnfiltered.com and go get you the Brock Bowers shirt or hoodie or something, dog. And that's what it is. Okay? Got to represent real Raiders. Okay? All right? So, with that being said, man, we get Brock Bowers back. Okay? I haven't heard about Lonnie Johnson Jr. I think he's still on the road to getting back. AOC is still on the road to getting back. He hasn't been cleared either to be back on the 53-man roster. But Jacoby Myers is supposed to be back. Jacoby Myers has also been cleared to return as well. Now, there's been some speculation in regards to him and being traded, possibly being traded, and him on the trading block, him being fielded some phone calls. Do I believe that? Yeah. I believe John Spytek is on the phones. I believe John Spytek is kicking tires. I believe he's on the car lot, walking around, looking at sticker prices, sitting in cars, but he hasn't went inside that office to sit down and make a deal. I think at this point it is probably, I'd say it's, I'm going to say 60-40 that Jacoby Meyer doesn't get moved. And the reason being is because there's not a strong market for Jacoby Meyer, because he's only going to be a half-year rental and he's going to be wanting an extension on the next team. Doesn't look like they're pushing a sign and trade. Doesn't look like Spytek is saying, hey, we want to unload him. Why don't we go ahead and sign him to a deal extension and then make it, sweeten the pot a little bit, bro. You know what I'm saying? The chicken isn't seasoned, bro. I mean, so you might as well throw some salt and pepper on it. Might as well. You know what I'm saying? Because it's hella unseasoned. This trade proposition is hella unseasoned. It's like, let's see what they're talking about. But they already said that they're not adverse to keeping Jacoby Meyer. Like, they'll keep him through the end of the year as well. Because what's the use? You ain't going to get nothing for him unless somebody really needs a receiver. Okay? So, with that being said, bro, your boy Eugene, okay, he likes to be called Geno, but I'm going to go with Eugene at this point. Eugene has to get loose. There's no more excuses, bro. There hasn't been any excuses, but people, there's some people out there that are Geno Smith supporters, and and like I always said, man, Geno has always been a player that I've always wanted to see do well, because he reminded me a lot of the little homies in my hood that I grew up with. It's not like I'm rooting, a fan, but I want to see him do a little something. But now he's with the Raiders, I have to root for him. Before it was like, come on, dog, get your shit together. Now it's like, what's up, Geno? Get your shit together. Now it's different, because he's wearing my shit. He's wearing my colors, okay? But Geno, man, you got everything at your disposal now, bro. You done had plenty of days. I mean, what we had 10 days off, 10, 12, almost 2 weeks off. And now it's a matter of him understanding that, dude, you don't get to act like it's like it's all of us, bro. Yeah, the line is this and the line is that, man. But the line didn't cost you to throw a leading 10 picks. The line didn't make you throw all those interceptions, bro. He want to try to blame it on caroms and bobbling the ball. Okay, we'll take 2 of those off. I'll give you 2 of those. All right, bobbles. But guess what? With 8 picks, you're still in the lead by 1. Like, take those 2 bobbles away that were bobbled into somebody's hands, you're still leading the league in picks. So you don't got no excuses, Eugene, homie. You got to do what you got to do. Everybody seems to be healthy. I haven't heard nothing about my nephew Ashton Genty being hurt. I haven't heard anything about Trey Tucker being hurt. I haven't heard anything about Jack Besh being hurt. I haven't heard anything about Deontay being hurt. All I know is Brock Bowers and Jacoby Meyer were the ones that were injured, and it looks like they back 100%. So he's going to have the full arsenal, bro. And the last time he had the full arsenal, we beat the Patriots on opening day. He threw for 363, couple of tugs. He did throw some picks, because that's what Geno's going to do. So if you're expecting Geno not to throw no interceptions, you better hope he does throw some interceptions, because when he throws interceptions, he also throws touchdowns. When he throws no interceptions, he doesn't throw any touchdowns. Just letting you know that. I'd rather for Geno to throw two touchdowns and 2 picks and we win than to throw no picks and no touchdowns and we lose. Because that's pretty much what it is. He's going to turn the ball over, though. Him and Tua, man, they both turnover machines. That's what they do. Okay? You don't get to act like he's going to play the lights out game. He might, but Jacksonville is no slouch. Jacksonville beat the Niners when they were fully loaded up. Jacksonville has the capability to do what they do. All right. So plus is going to be at the crib. Time for him to get busy, because next week we got to play those Broncos again. So he ain't got time to be bullshitting, bro. It's time for him to get cracking. It is what it was. All right. So, hey man, I'm just happy that Brock's back, man. I expect Brock to get loose. There's no covering Brock. You're going to have to double Brock. You're going to have to at least cheat over, and that's going to leave everybody else open. Now, Chip Kelly can go back to 12 personnel. He can go back and he can line up. We haven't been able to run that lately because we don't have somebody that they need to double. Put Meyer on one side, put Bowers on the other side, bunch formation on the side over there, on the opposite side. Let everybody cheat this way, and that should open up the running lanes for Genty, because if they're going to try to clog the lanes up, if they're going to try to stack the box and try to stop the run, then we need to be lighting their asses up, okay? We need to be lighting them up. One-on-one on Bowers is barbecue chicken, okay? It is what it is. So that's what's going on, you guys. I'm just wanted to come in, and we're going to read some questions, but, man, Brock Bowers, man, we need this guy, man. And I need Chip Kelly to feed him early and often. I need Brock Bowers in the first possession to get at least 2 or 3 touches that possession, bro. At least 2. At least establish that Brock is back. Get him comfortable again. You know, even if Geno got a dink and dunk to him, even if it's some little bubble screens, or if it's some, even if it's a couple little flat routes, turn around, step off the line, turn around in coverage, Geno, 3-step drop, hit him. We just need to get the ball on our best players' hands, bro. And Brock Bowers, by far, is, in my opinion, is the best offensive player we have. Okay, and if Chip Kelly doesn't want to run the football with Genty, then we need to get the ball to Brock. All right, but we still need to run the ball to Genty because we need to have time of possession and running the clock and all of that. If Brock can get 100 and Nephew can get 100, we in there. We should be cool, man. I think the defense has had enough time to figure it out. Our cornerbacks are still what they are. Our secondary is still what they are. Our safety play hasn't been stellar. But Trevor Lawrence is also a player who likes to tap dance in the pocket too. He'll get back there, man. He'll do a read, and he's out. He'll start running. So these are the kind of things that we need to be thinking about. All right? Figuring all this stuff out. So at the end of the day, man, I heard that Chip Kelly did an interview, and they were asking him about the return of Bowers and the return of Jacoby. And he said something about, well, my wife asked me were these guys going to come back. And I told him, well, at 1 p.m. on Sunday, Pacific Standard Time, if those guys are standing next to Pete, I'm going to be hoping that they play. Like, they should be able to play if they're standing next to Pete. So I don't know if that was gamesmanship. I don't know if that's really trying to, I mean, I'm sure he knows who is, I'm pretty sure he knows who is going to be the person that's going to, who's going to be playing or not. But, you know, I mean, why tell the opposition what you're doing? Keep them guessing. All right. So we will definitely see how that goes. Like I said before, man, I'm just putting some respect on Brock Bowers' name. When healthy, Brock Bowers is the best tight end in the league. We're going to see what it is. And I think he's hungry. I think he's ready to eat. He's been injured. I told you guys that at training camp, when we were at training camp. In August, I told you Brock Bowers was limited. I told you he was battling injury way back in August before preseason. I told you guys at the scrimmage he didn't play. I told you guys he's been banged up all year. Then y'all found out when he was out 3 games. Okay? But now he's not. Now he's back. Okay? Let's see what we can do, man. I feel good about this opportunity to win. Listen to me closely. Listen to me very closely. I feel good about this opportunity to win. Okay? Ain't no way on God's green earth I'm guaranteeing a win when we have Eugene back there doing what he's doing. All right? But what I will say is I feel pretty good about us having an opportunity to win, meaning that we'll have an opportunity to put this game away. There's going to be some point in the game where if we execute, we will solidify it. It could be in the first quarter, getting the time, interception, fumble, some type of timely run back. There's going to be an opportunity to make plays, and players make plays, and I'm expecting our players to play better than their players. I'm expecting that. Will it happen? That's not up to me to decide, but I will be here and definitely will be going live, and we'll be doing the in-game analysis like we normally do. All right. So let me go ahead and read you guys' questions. Like I said, happy Halloween to you cats out there, man. You knuckleheads. Like I said, It's Friday on Halloween. Ain't no, oh, my Halloween fell on a Tuesday. Nah, dog. It's Friday. You shouldn't have any excuse. Okay. You should have something popping. You should have some type of party to go to, some type of bar to go to, some guy shooby dooby house to go to. I don't want to hear that you at the house watching the Dodgers, bruh. You watch the Dodgers with somebody, and after that you need to be at a location, bruh. Dodger game should be over about 8:30. Okay, 8:30. You should be, LA time. Your ass should, and to be honest with you, bro, if you ain't a Dodgers fan, your ass don't even need to be home. Okay, if you ain't rooting for the Dodgers, your ass need to be out getting yours. Okay, while they're sitting there waiting to see if they can extend the series, you need to be out grabbing and scooping up all the fine ones. Just trying to help you guys out. All right. So let me read you guys' questions, man. Like I said, I'm just here so I don't get fined. All right. See what's happening. All right. Salute to all you guys in the chat, man. Salute. I will not be here. I am not going to be here. I'm going trick or treat Halloween with my fam. Okay, that's what I'm doing. Me and my son, we about to go out there. We about to scoop up all the candy. I'm going to try to say, hey, man, why don't you throw some $100 bills? Hey, lady, why don't you just slide your wallet and just put your wallet in here? Hey, sir. Hey, man, like I said before, I need some gift cards, man. Give me some of those American Express gift cards, bro. 500 a piece. Like, I'm trying to come up too. Okay, trust and believe. All right, Justice Saw, what's going on, pimp? Hey, man, I'm out here chilling. I'm out here chilling, man. Had to put on my Brock Bowers to let you guys remind you that this guy is on your team. And this guy is a stud when he's not beat up, okay? And he has been beat up for the last 3-4 months, okay? All right. S. Ray, happy Halloween, man. Hey, happy Halloween to the Unfiltered Nation. Happy Halloween to the Unfiltered fam, dog. I mean, after today, bro, it's gonna be gobble gobble time, okay? And after the gobble gobble time, it's gonna be ho ho hos. Okay, ho hos. It's gonna be ho ho hos for y'all. Okay, like I said before, if you ain't got, you better start working on your stable right now. You better have your artillery ready. Okay, and if you only doing it with one, you better make sure she understands. I need these items. Okay, I need these items, and not from the Dollar Tree. Trying to help y'all out. All right, man. Said Blaze one for the nation. I almost did. I got the Blaze one for the nation right here. I got the Blaze one for the, you see that Cohiba? See the Cohiba? That says Cohiba for all y'all out there. We don't smoke Black and Milds over here, man. We don't do that. Okay? All right? But I don't think I'm going to. I think I'm going to wait. All right? I think I'm going to wait. All right? Okay, let's get these likes up. Happy Halloween. What I got popping on? Be with my son, dog. We're about to go over there and about to go to the rich area, okay, where his school is at. His school is in the very well-to-do area, and we're gonna go over there and do well-to-do Halloween trick-or-treating over there, bro. When they give you the big old candies like this is what they give in the neighborhood we go to. It's like big ass like that, bro. The Cadbury's be. Oh, yeah. Trust and believe. I'm going to have my bag open. Okay. All right, man. Okay. As Ray said, going to Sunday's game. Anyone got suggestions for Vegas game day? Try to go to tailgate, bro. Try to get Lot J. Take your butt over. But it's a good walk, bro, from the stadium. Okay. Lot J is about a mile. But they also have like a little bar. Like a bar and grill across from Lot J. I hear that they do a lot of Black Hole and all of them be up in there. All right. So just enjoy yourself, man. Get your ass up, man. Go to the tailgate and be prepared. Be prepared to be hot. Be prepared to be sweating. Not when you're inside. Be prepared to be freezing in there because the AC works very well. But get your ass out there and enjoy the fact that you're at the game, dog. Okay? Get your ass out there and do what you do. I'll be there. I'll be there on the 17th, man. Monday Night Football against the Cowboys, bro. So I'll be there soon, too. All right. Justice Saab, man. What's going on, man? I do whatever the hell I want, facts. How much is Brock going to help Geno out? We will see. Is it on Brock to help Geno or is it on Geno to help Brock? Somebody has to deliver the football to Brock Bowers. I'm going to tell you this right now. Brock Bowers is going to be open. I already know that. Brock is going to be open. Is Geno going to hit him in stride, or is he going to air him out to dry where he has to turn back across his body or jump out of bounds or get hit as he catch? One of these, like Geno has to place the ball in a position for Brock to catch it. Brock's going to be open, but is he going to get hit right? That's the key. All right, man. Is Brock coming back 100% healthy? Hey, man, the Raiders ain't letting us know if he's 100% healthy. He's obviously healthy enough to play. All right, man, let's get these likes up. Okay, Raiders for life. There's a hell of a whole Dodgers get out of know your Yankees, which don't understand. What you say? Raiders for life. It's a hell of a whole Dodgers get out of. I know you're a Yankee fan. Don't understand the debate. How come to LA told me the whole childhood thing? Pops called me the Raider. I'm more LA Raider. Well, man, you got to understand, man. I'm not supposed to be a Dodger fan. I'm not supposed to be a Yankee fan or a Dodger fan. I'm from the Bay Area, dog. I'm from the soil. I'm supposed to be a Giants fan because that was in my house. All right? My house was Giants and my house was 49ers. Just because I live in LA don't mean I wasn't supposed to be a Dodger fan at no time. So if you're trying to figure it out, if I was supposed to do anything, I was supposed to be A's or Dodgers. I mean, A's or Giants. But guess what? I'm Matthew Shack unfiltered, bro. I do what I want. I did what I want when I was 6 or 7 years old. I said, man, I'm not gonna be no 49er, bro. Okay? I'm not. I'm gonna be a Raider. And guess what? I'm a Raider. I'm not gonna be no Dodger. I'm not gonna be no Giant. A's are my second team, but the Yankees is a team I picked. And the difference between me and everybody else is that I don't hide what I do. I'm who I am. I root for the teams that I root for. They've all rewarded me. Every team that I like, every team that I like take care of me, bruh. Okay? I got 9 World Series championships. Why would I be worried about the Dodgers who only have 8 as a franchise? I'm good. Okay? So if you need an additional explanation on why I'm not a Dodger, I'm not supposed to be. Got it? All right? I'm not from LA, bro. I just live here for 20 years. Just trying to help you out. Okay? All right. Kevin DePalma, Raiders are going to have to wait. Another generation of quarterbacks after Jaden, Greg, and Caleb win a Super Bowl. I don't agree with that. I don't agree with that, bro. The Raiders won Super Bowls when without the best quarterback. As great as Ken Stabler was and him being the all-time GOAT, he wasn't the best quarterback in the 70s. He was just the most clutch quarterback. Okay? If it wasn't for a lot of help with Pete Rozelle hating on Al Davis, we would have won at least 6 championships. We got a lot of bad calls, a lot of crazy shit, starting from the immaculate reception that was really an incompletion, the immaculate incompletion. So we don't need the best quarterback to win. Jim Plunkett wasn't the best quarterback when he won those 2 Super Bowls. Okay? He was just the most clutch. How did a guy, just to let you guys know how a lot of y'all are just too young and just too jaded to even believe what us OGs tell you. This stuff that you see in Las Vegas, that ain't the Raiders. You got to put the city name in front of that shit. Las Vegas Raiders. This is the Las Vegas Raiders. This ain't the LA Raiders and this ain't the Oakland Raiders. Because both of them teams got them trophies. This team over here is different. Okay? So I don't believe that it's going to take those other guys to start, getting long in the tooth before we win, because it just takes the right formula. When we finally understand the formula, we'll win. The formula is very easy for the Raiders. You're looking at a 3-ringer, 51 years in the nation. Been a fan longer than you've been on the planet, I would probably assume. Number 1, the assistant head coach gets elevated to head coach, and they pick their quarterback and we win. That's it. That's it. It's very simple. But you know what? We don't want to do that. We want to do it like everybody else. And when you did do it, what did Rich Bisaccia do? Rich Bisaccia, assistant head coach, came up, won at Carr, you went to the playoffs. What did Mark do? Reset the deck. Brought in those Patriot boys, those Boston baked bean boys. What happened after that? Assistant coach, Antonio Pierce gets elevated, 63-21. went the last win you ever had in Arrowhead. Doesn't get his quarterback the next year in Jaden Daniels. Brings in a damn Charger that he helped get fired. Sabotage. You're back again. Okay? So that's pretty much what it is. So as long as you follow the rules and follow the protocol, you'll be fine. As Ray said, Travis Hunter is hurt. That's two position needing next man up. Well, that's beneficial to us that Travis Hunter is hurt, but their cornerbacks are still better than us. They had that other cornerback. I forgot his name. It ain't Travis Hunter. That other cornerback that's on the opposite side is a playmaker. Okay, I forgot his name, but he's a beast. Okay, what's going on, Booty Bang? What's happening? Justin Saw said, might as well. I mean, come on, man, might as well. All the ghosts and goose and goblins are going out tonight. Yeah, and you better be goose and gobbling it too, because there's going to be a lot of camisoles. There's going to be a lot of sexy librarians out there. There's going to be a whole lot of Elviras. There's going to be a lot of pushing together, things getting pushed together and things getting pushed out. Shouldn't be no excuse, man. But if you're home, dog, and you're twiddling and you're diddling, pause. That's on you. I know on Halloween I wasn't gonna be. Oh, and that was definitely not gonna happen. Okay, I was gonna be somewhere. Okay, making it pop. All right. Just as odd, teams have been calling for JPJ as well. There's reports out there that they might be moved. Yeah, there's reports. There's reports. You got to understand, man. Who does Pete Carroll have an affinity for that's being shocked? Pete Carroll brought in his wide receiver. His name is Tyler Lockett. Did he bring in Jacoby Meyer? No. Okay. Is JPJ one of his guys? Nope. Like I said before, man, you don't have anybody who, outside of Ashton Genty, who he did draft. That's his guy. Geno, that's his guy. Tyler Lockett, that's his guy. Maxey signed him better. Okay. And the people that you've seen that he's bringing in, that he likes, is very obvious who Pete likes. It's very obvious. He likes Lonnie Johnson Jr. He likes certain people. He likes Trey Tucker. Okay. And not really feeling Jacoby. Not really feeling JPJ. Okay. So if he's moved, he's moved. I don't know if that's going to happen, because what are you going to get? If you move JPJ, you're not going to get somebody to come in and block right now. You're just going to get some future draft picks or whatever. Okay? So we'll see. I guess we'll see. All right. Said you can tell how much worse the offense is without Brock Bowers' power technically. We did win that game. Brock Bowers was full healthy week 1. He wasn't full healthy week 1. He was probably about 90%. He was not fully healthy because he was out immediately after that. He started putting that knee brace on the next week. Okay, he wasn't 100% healthy. I told you he's been injured. All right, man. Miller time. Respect the Raiders. You already know what it is. Justin Saab, but the question is, will Eugene get back to how you play week 1? I don't know. You got to talk to Eugene about that, bro. But if you played 3 or 4 consecutive bad games in a row, don't you think that the odds are in your favor that you'll play good this week? I mean, I think the odds is in his favor that he's going to play good this week because he's due. He's played all these bad games. He's due a good game. He's played one great game. He played an okay game, and he's played shitty games the rest. He's due. He's either due a cool game or a great game. He's due. His number needs to come up. Okay? All right, man. Said this iPhone's a dumpster fire. Hey, man, that's what you messing with them iPhones. That's what happens. Okay? All they do is keep charging you more and more. All right, man. Chiefs fan, what's going on, big dog? What's happening? Eugene has no excuses. I mean, he don't. Everybody's back, and no one's hurt. Okay? All right. If he goes in this shit, we can see if Kenny Pickett for sure. I mean, it's possible. At this point, I just think that he has with Tyler Lockett there, I think that was an excuse to run Geno for a few more weeks. To be totally honest with you, I think that was an excuse to run him for a few more weeks. Okay. All right. Okay, you can tell. Yeah. Eugene has time. I mean, Eugene is not serious. Travis Hunter Sunday's out on the IR. I mean, that helps us. But like I said before, that other cornerback is lights out too. I forgot his name, but he's good. Okay. All right, man. Okay, man. You better go what you got to do. What's going on, unknown? Geno doesn't seem to get any better. We'll see. Brock will be a safety blanket. Well, Brock's going to be open. That's guaranteed. Brock's going to be open. All right, without question. Wow. Trey Tucker, yeah, I mean Trey Tucker. I mean, don't forget that he hit Trey Tucker for 3 touchdowns in week 1. Trey Tucker hasn't seen the end zone since. All right, Brock Bowers with the best tight end as a rookie. We'll see what he does with Eugene. Well, like I said before, I'm gonna go that he's the best tight end in football. I'm gonna stick to my guns. Okay. If anything, Brock will make Eugene better. Well, he has to throw the ball to him. Chiefs fans, how's y'all 12 personnel with the run? 12 personnel works good with the run because you have an extra person on the line. So you can't stack the box. That's how it helps to run. Michael Mayer may not be Brock Bowers, but Michael Mayer can go out there and leak in coverage and do his Dollar Tree Travis Kelce routine and go out there in coverage and leak out in coverage and turn around and get 7-8 yards and run for a first, run somebody over. So it's gonna keep Chris Jones and them honest. It's gonna y'all want to blitz all the time. We just do a draw play to Genty. Like, it helps because you have to respect Brock Bowers. You have to respect that. You don't get to disrespect the receiving core like you have been. This receiving core ain't been doing nothing. They ain't been making nobody fear them. They just like, I will stack the box, will stop Genty, and that's it. Like, we're not worried about you guys. Geno is scared to throw the ball past 10 yards. Okay? Maybe now Chip will take the reins off of him and let him pass the ball a little bit further than 10 yards because Brock is there. Or maybe not. So we will soon find out. But that 12 personnel is going to help our run defense because we're going to have an extra person on the line. It's just that simple. Okay? You don't want to guard. You want to stack the box. You don't want to guard somebody. Putting an extra man to stop Genty. Someone's open. All right. This Ray says it's gonna be my first Raider game, man. Going with my pops for my 40th birthday, man. Hope he bring back a dub. A.S. Ray, enjoy it, bro. Enjoy it. Here's my suggestion, big dog. You and Pops' first game. I don't know how far y'all from the stadium where y'all staying at, bro. But go to tailgate, walk around, catch everybody out there, bro. Gorilla be out there. My big brother Violator out there, man. Take some pictures, man. Enjoy it. Soak it all up. It ain't Oakland, bro. So I'm just trying to let you know. It ain't Oakland, but it is what it is. Still pretty cool. And the doors let open at 2 hours before the game. So I would get there early, try to hang out a little bit, try to get my ass in the stadium, and go to the Raider Image, pick you up some merch, walk around and enjoy being in there. Okay. And then, a lot of times you're in there early, you may even have an opportunity to see them work out. And then they come around, Max and them be out there signing autographs and things like that. So might be an opportunity for you, man. So enjoy yourself, brothers. That's the main thing. Enjoy yourself. Okay. All right, man. Week 1, Brock looked healthy. He did. Okay. But he wasn't 100%. It's an opportunity to win, but we get our behinds kicked because of Geno. Well, Geno got to do what he got to do, though. All right. You get it worked out, man. All right, man. Thanksgiving idea and put some pork chops and pineapple juice for 3 hours in season and cook. It's really tasty. That sounds really good, but I don't eat pork chops. I don't eat pork, but I could do it with some sirloin or something. I believe it, man, because the reason why I think that would work is because of the citrus that's in the pineapple juice. It's gonna break the meat up, just like we used to do orange juice. Put it in the orange juice. Let's put it in there, man. Let it sit in there overnight. Put some saran wrap over it, and then come back in the next day, man. It's totally tender. Okay, so yeah, citrus will do that. I believe it'll work. I guarantee you. Jalisco, what's going on, man? My boy Jalisco out there in Mexico, big dog. What's happening? Word up to the chat. Is Aiden O'Connell going to open the game this Sunday? No, Aiden O'Connell is still at the 21-day window to get him back. He has been practicing at least lightly with the scout team. He has not been activated to the 53-man roster yet. Okay, but it will be soon. But Geno Smith is a starter. All right, Edgar Teasy, what's going on, Edgar Teasy? Okay, you said, hey, the Cadbury, you not lying. Yeah, dog. These houses over here, man, $15-20 million houses, bro. Like, these people ain't playing. These people be having whole productions in front of their house, bro. They be having the music going. They have the The whole atmosphere, the light show. You walk up, as soon as you touch the left, something come out, blah, all that shit, dog. It's crazy. We've been going over there like the past 3-4 years, but ever since my son's been born, we've been going to that neighborhood. Okay, and trust me, they hook you up. It ain't gonna be no little rinky dink shit. When you go to the other spots, they be hooking your ass up, dog. Okay, for real. Like, yeah, let me get one of them big ass Kit Kats be like this and shit. Like, yeah, dog. Understand? Okay, I'm definitely going over there. Okay, ho ho hos. All right, man. Nah, I'm not blazing up, dog. I gotta go pick my kid up. Pick my kid up. I can't be walking around. See, man, y'all be messing up. Justice, how you ain't got no kids, so you don't even understand. Y'all be messing up, man. Y'all be actually smoking bud before you go pick your daughter up at school, bro. Walking around the campus smelling like bud. Like, come on, man. Oh man, nah, dog, man. That's just an impression, bro. Like, some things you can't do. I'm not gonna go there smelling like no cigar, man. I gotta pick my kid up, bro. Man. Shit. But when I get home, I'm definitely gonna smell like one. Okay. All right, man. Then we got to go out here in these streets and get these Cadbury, big ass Cadburys and these big ass Hershey's cups and all that shit be this big. All right, we ain't playing. Okay. All right, man. Go Eggliteezy. Brilliant thoughts on Jacoby trade rumors. I think they're true. I think Jacoby is being actively. I don't think that he's. I think they're fielding offers. I think with Jacoby, it's what you thinking? It's just like, hey man, hey man, start a call, see what's popping. Hey man, what's up with Jacoby, man? Y'all trying to trade him. You gonna say, so what you thinking? I think it's that. I don't think it's, yeah, man, we got to get him out of here. He's a cancer. He's a malcontent. I think it's just like, so what we talking about? Okay. That's just how I think it is. I just think it's, so what's up? What you got in mind? Oh man, I'm kind of thinking, man, we can let him off your hand for like a seventh. Nah, man. It's like you can do it, but you don't have to. That's what it is with Jacoby. Tyler Lockett was an insurance policy in case that offer did come across the pike. I don't think that's going to come across the pike that the Raiders are going to bite. They're going to be like, so how desperate are the Raiders? Are you guys really desperate? Like, okay, man, we'll give you a sixth. They're probably like, nah, man, you need more than that, bro. Like, what else you got? It's like that. All right, man. What's my advice for the Dodgers? My advice for the Dodgers is exactly what I told you Dodger fans at the beginning of the series when you guys thought that I wasn't telling you the truth about those Blue Jays. The truth is they're just as clutch as you, but you're better than that. You have a better team. The Dodgers team is better. I'm an expert on both, bro. I'm an expert on the Dodgers. I'm an expert on the Blue Jays. The Blue Jays are just playing like they're out dodgering you guys. They're dodgering the Dodgers. They're doing what you do to everybody. You guys, your bats haven't showed up. Your bats have not showed up, bro. Where is the people at? You know what Mookie Betts' batting average is right now, dog? He's batting 158. The Mendoza line is 200. He's batting 158. Shohei's batting, as much as home runs he's hitting, he's batting 250. Freddie Freeman is batting 255. The bats ain't showing up. Y'all better get them bats hot. Somebody got to do something, bro. Somebody got to get those bats popping. Okay? All right? It is what it is. Okay? All right, man. Mike Hurd. Hey, Mike Hurd, I was looking for you, bro, to see how you was holding up. Okay? I was looking to see how you was holding up, bro. All right, man. Rafael, what's going on? I'm a big-ass Yankees fan since the 70s. Me too. We have 27 World Series championships. Me too. Okay? All the teams, please stop talking until you win more chips than the Yankees. I don't hear you. Hey. I'm just saying, bro. I mean, there's a lot of things that ain't nothing to talk to me about. Like, they just don't, there's just nothing to talk about, bro. Like, when you talk about the Yankees, they ain't let you talk about. You can try to talk. Oh, yeah, we beat y'all. Dude, my first two World Series championships, I beat the Dodgers back to back. 2 years in a row. 2 years in a row. And I won three in a row. So, I mean, like, what are we talking about? I mean, we need to talk about another sport, really. I mean, let's talk about another sport. But baseball, there's nothing to conversate about. Okay? The next team after 27 is the St. Louis Cardinals, and they have 11. It goes 27, 11, 9, 8. I mean, come on, bro. All right. Okay. Funny as hell, bro. All right. Okay. Said Peter's outdated. He might be. I mean, he's the oldest guy. I mean, how can you say he's not outdated when he's 74? He's the oldest man in the league. All right. Okay. Stupid if they move JPJ. How are they stupid? How are they stupid, bro? Is JPJ making the line better? Nobody on that line is making the line better, bro. Colton Miller's out. The line is trash. It ain't no be stupid to trade somebody because you like somebody, bro. The line's not. The line is the. Do you know what our offense is? Do you know what our offensive ranking is? Our offensive ranking is 31. Offense. We have the second worst offense in football. Come on, man. Okay? I mean, if they trade him, they trade. I'm not going to cry. I mean, y'all going to be upset. I'm not going to be upset. I know Raider guy, what's going on? What's up, Los? What's happening? They pick up this Brock Bowers, man. Pick up the Brock Bowers, bro. Okay? We need Shedeur, not Geno. Well, don't pass up on Shedeur Sanders 7 times in the draft. I mean, how do you justify the Raiders passing up Shedeur Sanders more than any other team? We had 7 chances to draft him, and we passed 7 times. It is what it is, bro. I mean, obviously they didn't want Shedeur. Okay? They didn't want him. Okay? Said Shaq, you said not to worry about Pete Carroll's age. I did say that. I mean, you're going to keep bringing that up? I did say don't worry about his age, because at the end of the day, the age didn't have anything to do with what was going on. What it had to do with is the team. Does the age play football, or does the team play football? His oldness doesn't have anything to do with why the Raiders suck. You sucked last year. You sucked the year before. Like, what are you talking about? That's why I said don't worry about his age, because you're shit. Your team is a 4-win team the last 2 years. You haven't won a division game since AP. That's why I said that. Because it doesn't matter when you're this bad. You could get a 100-year-old out there. Doesn't matter. You're a bad football team, bruh. You were bad with young dudes. You were bad with dudes in their 40s. You were bad with dudes in their 50s. And now you're bad with the dudes in his 70s. So why worry about his age when you're just a bad team? You haven't improved, dog. I mean, let's just go through the ages. Okay? John Gruden was in his 60s. Were you any good? No. Rich Bisaccia was in his 60s. Were you any good? No. Josh McDaniels was in his 50s. Were you any good? No. Antonio Pierce was 45 when he was a coach. Were you any good? No. Now you got a 75-year-old guy. Are you any good? No. It doesn't matter how old the coach is. That's why I said don't worry about it. But when you say, is he outdated? Yeah, he's outdated. But every coach you got didn't win you shit. Doesn't matter how old your coach is. It matters if you're trash. And that's all that matters. And it doesn't matter who's the coach. You're the same. How do you have the same record every year, bro? How? How do you have the same record every year, Justin Saw? Since you wanna question what I said, let me go ahead and show you why you don't do that with me. I think you're getting a little too comfortable over here. Don't think because you're Justin Saw that I won't take you out to the woodshed too. I'll take you out to the woodshed too. Okay? I'll give you a Band-Aid after. That's the good part. But you challenge me, you're gonna lose. All right? You have been the same since Rich Bisaccia and Derek Carr got railroaded. That's what it is. Don't coach on it. He ain't got nothing to do with that. You need to go back in the hot tub time machine and stay with Rich Bisaccia and Derek Carr. You wouldn't be in this position. But you know how many years ago that was? 3 years ago. 3. So why is his age mean anything when I just gave you the ages of all your coaches? All of them. Y'all find a problem with anybody. Anybody, everybody, you have a problem with everybody. So it doesn't matter, bro. You can't get along with a 6, a 5, a 2, a 10. Boy, you ain't getting no 10s. Or a 8. You can't get, no matter what girl it is, you can't keep her. Don't matter. Don't matter if she's big, small, short, tall. Doesn't matter. You can't keep a girl, dog. So is it all the girl's fault that you can't keep a girl? Or do you need to reevaluate your under the sheet skills? Something you're doing isn't working. Okay? So it doesn't matter. You got you a old grandmama. You can't even satisfy her. Okay? I'm just trying to help you. So don't do that. All right? Don't do that. You're a bad football team, bro. Trust me. I know. I know what a good Raider team looks like. I know what a great Raider team looks like. And I know what a championship Raider team looks like. Because I've been rooting for all of them. And this team is bad. But at least Pete has the latitude to do what he wants. If Antonio Pierce had that, we wouldn't be in this position. Why? Because he would have had Champ Kelly. And if you didn't hear about Champ Kelly, salute to Champ Kelly, because they fired, Miami fired that GM, and now Champ Kelly is down there running shit right now. Salute to Champ Kelly, man. He tried to stick it out with you, and you didn't even want to give him a job. He left. Now he's with Miami getting ready to clean that up. So it is what it is. Okay? It is what it is. All right. Next time you say that, I'm not going to even answer your question, Justice Law. That's 2. You got 2 scholarships. You're not getting a 3rd one. Okay. Skywalker said that Carr was a beast. I love Derek Carr, man. I knew what he was and I knew what he wasn't. I think that the frustration with Raider Nation comes forward that you guys don't know how to evaluate talent. You don't know how to accept somebody for what they are and what they're not. I never expected Derek Carr to be anything other than what he was. But what I did know is he's the best quarterback you've had in the past 10 years. He's definitely the best quarterback you've had in the last 3 years. You've had 10 quarterbacks since him, and you're cursed. Your team is cursed. You're not going to do shit until you apologize to that man. You better go over there and kiss it. You go over there and kiss the ring. Tell him you're sorry. Maybe not let him come back. You need to do something. Okay? You have a curse on your team because of that. You ran real Raiders off. You brought in these dudes that came in. They decimated your team. They left. They went back. Like, you guys are the people that's responsible for this. All right? I'm not responsible for it because I didn't condone it. I didn't condone nothing. I didn't condone moving to Vegas. I didn't condone doing any of this shit that's happened. I just had to sit here and watch you guys mess it up. All right? That's what it is. Okay? All right. Now, you say you got me, Justice Saw, but every once in a while you want to come in and pop it. Stop popping it, bruh. Okay? You stay in that gym. Go pop it with some of them girls in there that need some waist training help. Okay? You better do some pelvic thrusts. Help them, show them how to do some pelvic thrusts up in there. Don't come over here forgetting. All right? I'm going to remind you. I know Raider guy Lamar Ravens was looking good last night. Hey, man, it wasn't hard to do. All he had to do was bring back a quarterback that can actually throw the football and apply pressure and do what he does. Lamar Jackson came back. They back on track. Same thing happened with the Chiefs. Chiefs weren't on track. Difference was they just didn't have their pieces that they needed to have, and now look at them. So I think the Ravens are going to definitely make the playoffs. They're going to run off like 5 or 6 in a row. The wife is happy. Matter of fact, wife wore her Ray Lewis shit to the school today because we always dress it up today. But I expect them to make the playoffs. They'll win 10 games, get in. All right. Okay. Yeah. Salute to the Unfiltered Nation. Okay. Who's that right there? Oh, Carlos. What's up, Los? Check. I don't know if I already asked you, but did you see Jay-Z said he challenged anyone to a versus battle? No, I didn't see that, man. And Who can I see beating Jay? Everybody that could beat Jay is no longer here. I bet you he wouldn't have said that if Pac was walking around. But he could say that now because, I mean, the dude is 50-something years old. I mean, he's been in the game for damn near 40 years. I mean, it's not hard, man. When you got more hits than everybody else, it's pretty much what a versus is, isn't it? But he ain't going to do it. Ain't enough money for him to do it. I mean, how you going to pay Jay-Z to sit there and do a versus, bruh? It'll be boring as hell to do it. It'll be boring as hell to see Jay-Z up there doing it, man. Tell me when the last time you saw Jay, and of course he is an absolute on Mount Rushmore of a GOAT, so this is not a hate on Jay-Z because I love Jay-Z. I mean, I got the original Reasonable Doubt album on vinyl when it was independent on Priority Records before he was even signed to Def Jam. So I'm not a hater of Jay. I love Jay, but I'm just gonna say the truth. Tell me when you've seen the last great stage performance from Jay-Z. I'll wait. Tell me when you've seen him rock a crowd the last time. See if you can really remember when that was, bro. I'm going to tell you the last time I saw it, he didn't have those dreadlocks. He don't get a business. No. You said Nas, K-Bino, Locksmith. No. This isn't a rap battle. This is a versus. This is a versus. Versus is hits. Versus isn't lyrics and kill shots and metaphors and all of that. This is songs with hits. Jay got too many, bro. Jay goes all the way back to 95 with hits. These dudes weren't in the game. Maybe Nas, possibly. But did Nas have a lot of hits? Nas didn't have more hits than Jay. Okay? And they wouldn't do that anyway. But that's what that is. What's going on, Sarah? What's happening? Okay. Yeah, that vinyl is man, I got like 20,000 pieces of vinyl upstairs, bro. People who have seen my studio when I was, when I was at the other crib, they seen everything. I got hella vinyl, bro. Hella 12 inches, all kinds of shit. I just got to get everything the way I want it. It's not there yet. It'll get there soon enough. Okay. But yeah, I got that original pressing. Original pressing, bro, mint condition on Priority Records, the Reasonable Doubt. That was independent release. That was out the trunk. That was Dame and Biggs and Jay out the trunk. That's what got them their Def Jam deal. Then they put it out again. So I got the original pressings from that. So you already know. You already know what it is. Nas doesn't have more hits than Jay. No. Nas doesn't have more hits than Jay. If Nas has more hits than Jay, they're going to be songs by himself. Jay got songs that he's been on, that he was on. Like, he has guests. Those guest appearances count. If Jay-Z gets on there, if Nas does If I Rule the World, Nas does One Mic, Nas does, and I'm glad we're talking hip-hop. I need to just start talking hip-hop with y'all, because music, we need to go that direction, because talking these radio talk is getting boring. Okay, you just bring out all the hits you could bring up, dog. Whatever you could bring up, man. Bring up the Illmatic album, whatever. Jay has, I'm a hustler, baby. He has like 3 or 4 hits with Pharrell. He has Money Ain't a Thing with Jermaine Dupri. He has hits that he's on. Don't forget, if you're in a versus, bro, if you're in a versus, if Jay's in a versus and Nas is on a versus, it's not going to be just your singles. It's going to be whatever songs you're on. Don't let Jay he got hits with his wife, Crazy in Love. He can get on that. Okay? That's a hit. Jay got way more hits than Nas. Nas didn't do these features on all these people's albums and shit, bro. Okay? He got a whole bunch of shit. He was on songs with Kendrick. He was on songs with Drake. Okay? There's songs that he wrote that he didn't even rap on, bruh. Still DRE, bro. Okay? He wrote that entire rap. Okay? He wrote that whole that whole rap. All right? It's Dre Day, nigga. Payday, nigga. All that shit. He wrote that whole song by himself. He could do that. I got hits that I didn't even rap on. I wrote it. So like Nas is a legend. I love Nas. But in a verses, it's not about one-on-one. He wrote Steel Dre. Yes, he did by himself. Snoop would go watch Snoop. Snoop would tell you. Snoop said Dre gave us that beat. We didn't know what to do with it, man. We had that beat for a week. We were just looking at it. We couldn't come up with nothing. He said, man, next thing you know, man, Dre flew out Jay. Jay came in there, heard the beat. 30 minutes later, had the whole song done. Had Dre's parts, Snoop's parts, everybody's part, the hook, all that shit. All right, man, let me get back on the plane and go back to New York. It's out. Y'all struggling to try to find somebody with Jay. Cube, same. I love Cube. I was just talking to Cube last year, man, at the stoplight, talking about the Raiders. Okay? Well, Cube don't got more hits than Jay. I said hits. Hits. The verses is about hits, bro. It's about hits. It isn't about classic albums. Cube isn't gonna go up there and do Kill It Will. Cube isn't gonna go up there and do the whole Death Certificate album. Cube isn't gonna go up there and do the whole Predator album. Cube is not gonna go up there and do all of those. Cube gotta have hits. Top 40 hip hop hits. Cube don't have a lot of hits, bro. Today was a good day. What else did Cube have? That was a bona fide charts. It's about the charts. All right. What else did Cube have? Okay. His West Side Connection stuff. I could do it. Put my back into it. That song. That was that. What did it chart at? Okay. All right. Yeah, man. Nate wrote a whole bunch of songs, man. I interviewed Nate. I got that interview. I need to post that too, man. Nate did a lot of hooks on a lot of songs. But he ain't gonna be here to do anything for that. Yeah, but you are right. E42 short verses was dope. Yeah, man. It was dope because you had two guys that were evenly matched. You had two dudes that were evenly matched that's from the Bay. That was a win for us. For us Bay natives, 40 and 2 short was a win. That was a win because we've been getting our vernacular and our phrases and everything stolen from for so long. Our sound stolen from, all that shit. People have made millions of dollars stealing our sound, going somewhere else, taking it somewhere else. Okay? All right, man. Do you think that a cast East versus West versus would work out? No. It wouldn't work out. And the reason would be is because of the West Coast. It wouldn't be because of the East Coast. I think the East Coast could probably come together and do it. But the West Coast has a lot of politics still, with a lot of bad blood and bad business. And East Coast are far more locked in. East Coast artists, and they're more apt to do it. I think that they would be more willing to concede certain stuff. West Coast, I don't think that would happen, bro. It's a lot of politics, bro. Like, case in point. Let me see, what time is it? Yeah, I'm gonna have to get up out of here. Case in point, man. Straight Outta Compton movie, bro. Do you know how much politics and how much stuff had to be worked out just to get the licensing for those songs, bro? Like, Cube, Dre, those were the two dudes that were instrumental on making that shit pop. All right. MC Ren, that wasn't the problem. They were going to do it because it's opportunity. DJ Yella, friend of mine, it was an opportunity. Okay. The problem was Tamika Wright, Eazy-E's widow. She held all the songs to NWA. She has all the power when it came to all those NWA songs. How are you going to do a Straight Outta Compton movie without the songs from NWA? How are you going to do that? Oh, Cube is down. Dre's down. Who owns the catalog? Who owns the catalog, bruh? Okay, to NWA and the Posse, which was their first one. Who owns the song? Who owns the publishing to Gangsta Gangsta? Who owns the publishing to Dope Man Dope Man? Who owns the publishing to Straight Outta Compton? Who owns the publishing to Niggas for Life? Who owns all that shit? Tamika Wright. So guess what? There was no movie without the songs. So what did they have to do? They had to get Tamika to be involved. They had to get Tamika to come to Universal, and they had to haggle all that shit out. And if you think Eazy-E's wife was like, oh yeah, just use the songs and that's it. Nah. I need to be EP, an executive producer. It needs to say my name, Tamika Wright. It needs to say Ruthless Records. It needs to say the blah, 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 Eazy-E. Look at the script. How much of it's about Easy? How much of it's about Jerry Heller? And I was friends with him too. How much is it about this? How much is it about that? Because I have the power, bro. She's the queen. She was running it. Without her, you don't have no movie. It took years of negotiation. They saying, oh, we ain't doing it. Because these studios don't have to do these movies. They don't have to do these black movies, bro. They doing movies that's making billions of dollars, okay? So this person wanted to do it. They left. They left. Somebody else came in. We're not interested. This shit was going on for like 8 years, bro. 8 years until finally somebody came in and said they were a big fan of NWA. That's how it happens, bro. That's how you get your movies. Somebody in the executive office used to smoke weed when he was 15 years old, and now he loves Cube and them, and he wants to do something, and he has the power to get it done. All right, man, we want to do this. What kind of budget? The budget. Well, we got to have a nice budget. Well, see? We'll give you $2 million. Man, we need at least 30. How about we give you 21? See? And shit started happening. So what am I saying? Just to get a movie done, bro, you had to do all of that. You think they get these verses and all these publishings and these record companies that are competing against each other, and they don't want this artist to be out, and this artist is blackballed, and this artist and that artist. You got to have the right people on the West Coast to battle the dudes on the East Coast. You got to have Game. Was Game at the Super Bowl? See, these are the type of things you ain't thinking about. Was Game at the when the Dre and Snoop and and 50 Cent and Eminem and all of them were here in LA when the Rams Super Bowl, Rams versus the Rams versus Joe Burrow and them? Where was Game at? How do you have you had Kendrick and all them. How do you have a West Coast versus and you don't have the Game? How do you do that? Because Game has a history of run-ins with a lot of people, from business to all kinds of stuff. Okay, Game has said things that cats didn't like, and Game's rapped in 100 bars and all this shit, 1,000 bars, mixtapes that he had. But you can't have a versus without Game, because Game is an absolute GOAT. He's an absolute GOAT on the West Coast. So how do you do that? You don't. You don't. Mac 10, Cube. How do you not have West Side Connection in there? Okay? I'm just trying to tell you, bruh. All right? You got a lot of stuff going on. You don't get that done, bruh. You don't have Mac 10 up there. Mac 10 and Cube can't do nothing, bruh. They can't get together and do nothing, dog. Dub C, I talked to Dub C. Okay? Gave me some really good advice on the music business. Very good advice. Okay? That worked for me. Dub C said they can't get back together. Man, you know how much money the West Side Connection could make? Do you know how much money West Side Connection, they come out right now with a new album. That's everybody's on that, bro, because their albums were classics. But they haven't spoken in 15 years. Ice Cube and Mac 10 haven't spoken 15 years, bro. How you gonna have a West Coast? How you gonna have that? Now you can then you got to go up to the Bay and you got to go get 40. You got to go get 40. You got to go get Short. Okay. You even got to go get Hammer. I don't care what nobody says. You got to go get Hammer. You got to get Hammer. You got to get Mac Mall. You got to get Drew Down. You got to get Ant Banks. Man, shit. Can we do it? Hell yeah. But it's not going to work. Too much politics on the West Coast, bro. Too much. East Coast, yeah, they can come together and form Voltron real quick. You can have several of them Round one will be these groups versus these groups. Round two will be these groups versus these groups. We can go round for round for round. The problem is on the other side here on the West, too much politics. Okay? Too much politics. And do I have to do it? Does Dr. Dre really have to do a versus? Does Jay-Z really have to do a versus? No. You think Jay-Z's gonna be involved with all those other guys involved? You do East Coast. I do East Coast. You do the East Coast side. You think Jay-Z's gonna do everything that has to be done to be involved with all those guys? No, he don't have to do it. How are you gonna have a true one and you don't have Jay-Z? I'm gonna say one even more nefarious. How are you gonna have an East Coast, West Coast versus and you don't have the diddler? How you gonna do that? Oh, you think because he did all that stuff and he's locked up that he didn't contribute to the East Coast bad boy entertainment versus Death Row? Nah. You don't get to slander his music because of all this other shit. That's separate. That's separate, bro. The music is the music. Y'all don't get the shit on the music. The music's the music, bruh. What he did over there is over there. Don't got nothing to do with the catalog. Nothing to do with the catalog. Okay? People are already trying to diss. Nope. You don't get to diss Bad Boy Records. You don't get to diss Biggie. You don't get to diss Craig Mack. You don't get to diss Black Rob. Hell no. You don't get to diss the Locks. All of that's Diddy. All of that is the diddler, bruh. All of that's the diddler. Even Mace, all that shit. Okay? There's a lot of politics, bro. Okay? There's a lot of politics. But I don't care what anybody says about Diddy. Whatever you say about Diddy is Diddy. But when you start talking about that Bad Boy catalog, I got all those vinyls up there, bro. That's how I made my bones, is the music industry, bro. This shit that I do with sports is just was a hobby. This is what I did. But how I feed my family is that music that's upstairs. That's how I feed mine. When it comes to music, bruh, that's another category. That's a whole nother bag of wax right there, bruh. Okay? And I'm telling you, you don't get to diss Diddy because of this shit in his music. Nope. Because that music right there, bro, is a timestamp. It's a timestamp, bro. Okay? That damn Ready to Die album, that Ready to Die album is just important as Me Against the World. Like, all that shit was out at the same time. Like, this faction helped to get these guys on their game, and this faction helped to get them on their game. We got the best music in the history of hip hop in between the years of 92 to 95, 96. Between those 4 years, you had both coasts trying to take each other out, and the listener was just, we was getting everything. And music now is nowhere close to what it was. We were getting quality from everywhere. Everybody could rhyme. Everybody had fat beats. Everybody was killing the club. We was kicking it. Your pops and your uncle and all these people who y'all skinny jean warriors of the nation and an unfiltered fam, y'all really think that all these people are cornballs? They were getting it in far more than you, because I know, because I was there, bro. Females was finer. You get all these y'all got all these drug addict girls y'all chase. All these girls are addicts. They're all pill heads. They're all weed heads. They're all strung out. They're all sipping codeine. Oh, girls didn't do none of that in our era, bro. Okay? None of that. Right? All of them was cool. We didn't have to worry about hepatitis and all that other shit. All that shit y'all got to worry about. Okay? That's why. Right? So there isn't gonna happen. It's good to say, but there's a lot of politics. All right? So that's where we're at with that. What time is it, man? I think it's time for, all right, man, almost time for me to get up out of here. All right, man. Ready to Die is one of the greatest hip-hop albums of all time. Come on, bruh. That Ready to Die album was ridiculous, bro. Okay? That Ready to Die album was ridiculous, bro. Okay? And to be honest with you, as great as Jay-Z is, Jay-Z benefited off of a couple of people's deaths. Okay? First person that Jay-Z benefited off of was Big L. When Big L got killed, that helped Jay. Then when Biggie was out, that helped Jay. And then when Pac was out, that helped Jay. I don't think Jay would be where he is if those three people were still here. If Pac and Big was there, we wouldn't even be. Jay would be, because when Jay came out, bro, when I first the first time I ever heard Richard Mays is on here. My DJ's on here. Richard Mays. Richard Mays knows. Me and Rich used to rip clubs up. That was my DJ, bro, at my club. Richard Mays on here, Raider fan too. Don't play with us. This is something we know. We know Raiders and we know music. All right? I'm going to tell you this now, bro. Richard Mays, I'm going to say this to you. I'm going to say this to Sarah. I'm going to say this to Justin Saw. I'm going to say this for anybody who's from the Bay Area. The first time I ever heard Jay-Z rhyme, I was in Tower Records on Bascom Avenue in Campbell, bro. Because, you know, they used to play, they had the DJs up there and they would be playing the music. They played the whole Reasonable Doubt album, bro. That was the first time I ever heard Jay-Z rap. I was in there, man, to pick up Public Enemy's album. I was in there getting Fear of a Black Planet. I was in there getting my shit. They played, it's a new Jay-Z. I was like, who the hell's Jay-Z? They started playing Jay-Z's album in there, dog. And I'm like, the beats were tight, but I didn't like Jay. I didn't like him, his rap. I didn't like it. Because he was hella arrogant. He was hella talking shit, bro. Like, I'm like, who in the hell is this nigga? That's what I was saying. Because I was listening to the lyrics. He could rhyme, but you're like, for a dude who you never heard of, now understand we're in the West Coast too, and we're death row out, okay? We're Chronic, not the Chronic 2001, the original Chronic. We're Doggy Style, Snoop Dogg in there, okay? All right. We're the Dog Pound. We're doing all of that. We're DJ Quicked out, okay? So I hear Jay rapping and I listened to that whole album, bruh. Because I just waited in there, kind of, shopped and did whatever. That was back when the CD boxes was this big. Remember, Richard, when we go in there to see the CDs this big, but the CD boxes like this long and shit? I listened to this nigga's whole album, dog. All I could tell myself is, man, I hope one of these cats just rip him up. Because he was talking a lot of shit. Richard May saying, yeah. I was like, who in the fuck is this dude? You know what changed it? I was at one of my boys' cribs and he got an early copy of Reasonable Doubt. Cause he signed with Priority. What was Priority? West Coast label here in LA. Jay couldn't even get a deal in New York. He had to come to LA to get a deal. All right? He had a test play. Oh man, you heard the new Jay-Z? I was like, man, that nigga be talking a lot of shit, bro. He's like, yeah, man, but check out this song. He put on the Ohio Players song sample with him and Biggie on it, going back and forth. I forgot the name of the song. Rich, what's the name of the song on Reasonable Doubt that has Biggie and Jay-Z on it? I think it's called Brooklyn's Finest. If I ain't mistaken, I think it's called Brooklyn's Finest. Just to let you guys know how bad of a dude I am. I think it's called Brooklyn's Finest. He played that shit. Yeah, I was right. I'm a genius. Okay? Brooklyn's Finest, bro. I was at my boy's crib. He played that shit. He had that Ohio Players sample, bro. Them niggas was going. Now, I knew Big was dope. Jay was going line for. They was hit. He was hit. He was doing like 8. He's doing 8. He's doing 8. He doing 8, he doing 4, he doing 4. The song was evenly boop, 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 boop. I was just like, first I was trying not to bob my head. Okay, I was just, Biggie part come on, Jay part comes, I'm scrunching my face up, dog. By midway, I was like, this this Jay-Z nigga could spit. He's hanging with Big. He's hanging with Big. By the end of the song, he's like, what you say now? I was like, that Jay-Z could spit, bro. That's all I could say. I was like, oh, that nigga can rhyme. Because him and Big was going at it. Do yourself a favor, dog. Matter of fact, I'm about to get in my whip and put that shit on right now, okay? Go listen to Brooklyn's Finest, Jay-Z and Big. Now understand, Big wasn't even signed to Bad Boy yet. He wasn't signed to Bad Boy yet. Jay wasn't on Def Jam yet. They went at it. Now, I'm going to say Big won, but not by a lot. And some people going to say Jay won. But Jay proved himself to me after that. What did I do, Rich? I went right back to Tower Records and bought that vinyl. I went back. Because the music is going to tell you what it is. You don't get to hate because you want to be a hater. If the music's telling you what it's telling you, you got to go and go get it. I went right back. I was like, man, I got to go get it now because I need to re-listen to it. It wasn't that Jay-Z wasn't no good. It's because Jay-Z was doing some shit I wasn't used to. His metaphors and his cadence and his bravado was different. But once I heard it on that record, I was like, let me go back and get it. Man, Reasonable Doubt is one of the greatest albums of all time. That's why he won't sell it. He won't sell his shares in that shit. That's his baby. That is one of the greatest. You got to put that down to Illmatic. You got to put that down with Chronic. You got to put that down with all them other albums. Reasonable Doubt is a top 3 or 4, I say top 5 album of all time, bro, in hip hop. It's that good, bro. It's one of my favorite albums. I just listened to it. I started understanding. I started getting it. Okay, so that's what it is, bro. Okay, yeah, Hilltop Mall, man, record store, Warehouse Music, all them stores, bro. Slim Goody, Sam Goody, all them stores. All right, man. Let me get up out of here, man. They go pick up my child. But yeah, man, Brock Bowers will be back this weekend. Geno don't got no excuses. He's got Jacoby. He's got a full roster. He just needs to keep the ball away from the team that has the teal jerseys. Okay? If he could do that, we should win. But will he? That's the key. All right, man. Y'all have a good one, man. Happy Halloween, man. I will not be here tonight. You Dodger fans, you better bring your bats. Matthew Check Unfiltered.